Conor Benn is back, and what are my thoughts? Well, yeah, I guess I am excited to see him back. I do think he's a star of British boxing. His name holds a lot of weight, and I think there are a lot of exciting fights from out there. For me, I want to see him fight welterweights or super lightweights. I'd love to see him in there with the likes of Haney, Tank, Garcia, Lopez, Ennis. I guess as a hardcore boxing fan, those are the people I want to see him in with. Obviously, the casuals or the where the money fights are is probably the Chris Eubank Jr. fight. Just personally, I don't really have any interest in that fight. I think weight categories are there for a reason. I don't like when people sort of disrespect or ignore them just for monetary gain. Conor Benn, he's got a small frame. He's a smaller guy. He's a natural welterweight. He shouldn't be going above that, really. But, I think it's going to happen now. Maybe on the February card in Riyadh, maybe later on in March. But, yeah, for me, the fight doesn't excite me. One thing no one ever talks about is I remember Steve Bunce, the journalist for the BBC, he does a podcast and he did an interview on it with Chris Eubank Sr. And Chris Eubank Sr. basically came out and said that he got the first fight called off. He spoke to the boss of boxing and pulled some strings to get the fight called off because he was so worried about his son's weight cut. And Chris Eubank's brother actually had died from dementia, and he thinks it was from all the head damage he took being a journeyman boxer. So I think that's, for me, why I have always just tended to give Conor Benn the benefit of the doubt with his drug tests. Maybe it's me being too nice, but I can believe that, it was that he just took it through eggs, or it was an accident. I mean, look, I think it's stupid, as a fighter and with really strict anti-doping drug testing rules, you have to be so strict on yourself. So I think it's stupid if he did let that happen, if this whole conspiracy thing isn't true. But I am willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. The same with Ryan Garcia. I also give him the benefit of the doubt just because the drug wasn't found in his hair follicles, which suggests it was a really small amount, which sort of backs up his theory that it was from a tainted supplement. Again, I'm not fully saying they're innocent, but I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I think a 2-year ban, I think it's about right personally. Obviously, if they do it again, I do think it should get more severe, but I am willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I think when you listen to boxers give interviews where they have no reason to lie, I remember on Dave Allen's channel, one of his former opponents was talking about that, he got done for drugs and he said it was a dodgy pre-workout, and he has no reason to lie talking to 500 people on his YouTube channel. The same with Leon Cameron, he got banned for 5 years. I mean, thankfully they don't do that anymore, which is crazy, but he got banned for 5 years for a drug that makes you perform worse. It's not even a performance enhancer, it's a performance dehancer. And I think it's fairly obvious, it's quite well known that if you're dealing with a lot of money selling tickets, all money has small traces of cocaine on it. I think it was about the right sentence. He's served 2 years. I mean, it was handled just dreadfully. I think the way Ryan Garcia handled it was fairly decent, saying, look, I think I'm innocent, but I'm just going to take my ban, get it over with so I can get back in the ring as quickly as possible. But to give Conor Benn some credit, do guilty people go out into the spotlight? Go onto the Piers Morgan show? I don't know if they do. Guilty people tend to hide. Look at Dillian Whyte when he got done. He just shut up. He disappeared and everyone forgot about him. I feel like that's what a guilty person does. I don't know if a guilty person goes on to a talk show and speaks out about it. I'm not saying that was the right decision, but I don't know if that's what a guilty person does. But at the end of the day, it's over now. As you said, you can be harsh on them. You can give them the benefit of the doubt. I will give them the benefit of the doubt. And yeah, he's back. And looks like he's going to be making a lot of money against Chris Eubank Jr. The fight kind of makes sense. I think Chris Eubank Jr. is slightly on the decline. I think with his last fight, he looked drained at the middleweight. Even though it was a decent performance, I thought there were telltale signs that he's on the decline. I mean, Conor Benn looked decent against his 2 American opponents. Nothing to sort of go crazy about. He won, didn't blow anyone away. So I think the fight makes sense for their 2 careers. I don't know if Eubank Jr. is really gonna go for a world title. The Canelo fight's off. Team Canelo was saying they didn't want to deal with him again because he was making so many annoying demands the first time. Conor Benn is rated quite highly, I think, with the governing bodies, but He's never really fought anyone to like give us a sense of what sort of level he's at. As a guess, I would say European level. Maybe you throw him in there with Josh Kelly, Ismail Davis. If he, well, obviously after the Chris Eubank Jr. fight, or if that doesn't happen, see what sort of level he's at. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just glad the whole situation is over. You know, I prefer just to talk about boxing. I don't want to talk about, you know, politics or drug disputes too much. Sort of doesn't make the sport look good. But yeah, just a short video today giving you an update on the Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. situation. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.